see what they are looking like. Let's start with the African commodities market. Well, gold is down this Monday afternoon. We will know what this is reacting to as we move on in the program. 0.98% negative, and it's minus 33.20. Let's look at the price of an ounce of gold this afternoon. $3,361.30 is what it is selling for now. Silver is $33.63 per ounce. Copper is $485.45 an ounce, and platinum is $1,093.95, and it's also down 0.32%. Copper is positive 0.37%, and silver is up 0.05%. That's for the commodities market. Well, let's see what some food stuff also in the basket of commodities are looking like this afternoon. Corn, wheat, cocoa, and cotton. Let's start with corn. That is $459.50 and is down 0.76% in negative. Wheat is $542.50 and it's a minus 2.00. Let's look at cocoa. $9,764. That's negative 514.00. Cotton, $66.11, positive 0.48, and it's also positive in percentage points, 0.73%. Cocoa is down 5%. Very, very significant. And wheat is down 0.37%. Corn is down 0.76%. Well, let's take you to global markets. Now, Asian stocks steadied. Euro rallies after Trump delays EU's tariffs. Now, stock markets across Asia were steady today, and the euro rallied after President Donald Trump abruptly extended by more than a month his threat to slap 50% tariffs on EU goods, marking another temporary reprieve in his erratic trade policy. Now, market sentiments had been steady after a sharp sell-off across most assets last month as Trump paused his growth-denting tariffs, and investors were keen on fresh trade deals after a pact with Britain and a temporary agreement with China. Well, let's start with MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside Japan. It slipped in red, 0.07%, while features in Europe and Germany indicated a higher open with over 1.5%. FTSE features boldly in green. You know, its nickel is also 2.3% in green, but among currencies, the euro appreciated 0.35% to $1.14, highest since April 29, while risk-sensitive currencies, of course, of the Australian and New Zealand, and strengthened 0.37% and 0.45% respectively. Now, let's take you to Japan, where nickel with Nippon Steel gained 2.3% in green. That's after President Trump expressed support for the company's $14.9 billion bid for United States Steel. Well, Chinese blue chip CSI index is also down 0.7%, while Hong Kong Hang Seng index dipped in 1% this very afternoon, where China listed Apple suppliers took a hit. That's after President Donald Trump threatened a 25% levy on all imported iPhones bought by United States consumers. There is still this back and forth with regards to this tariff with President Donald Trump. And for iPhone users, we'll see what plays out if this is implemented. Well, let's take it a step further. Crude oil prices today edged up after Trump extends EU trade talks and deadline to July. Well, crude oil prices recorded limited gains after U.S. President Donald Trump extended the deadline for trade talks with the European Union, easing concerns about the United States tariff on the bloc that could hurt the global economy. But United States West Texas Intermediate crude rose to $61.95, is positive 0.68%. Brent crude futures sells for $65.26 per barrel. It has an upsurge of 0.74%, both in green this afternoon. But Bonnie Light is on the flip side, $78.62, down in red 2.84%. But for the OPEC basket, dealers are offering $65.60 per barrel. But this has an uptick of 0.91%. Well, interesting figures there looking at the market